What's up YouTube, it's your boy once again Doctor, and welcome back to my channel, the first to the 001. So today I think on my last video I teach you guys on how to trade the market structures and how to time your entry and when to know the market is about to reverse and if it's about to go in your direction or it's about to go to the other side rather. So today I want to give you the best trading strategy which you can trade with market structures. And if you haven't watched my video about market structure, I would advise you guys to go back to my previous video and watch how the market structure is being traded and what you need to know so you won't lose. Then after that, then come back to this video and I'll urge you guys to like and comment. And if you have any question, I would like you to ask and drop your opinion in the comment section. So today I want to be teaching you one of the best trading strategy. It's very simple and straight. You literally don't need to mark level. You literally don't need to mark level, a support level from here. You don't need that. You don't need to mark any level here. You don't. All you need to focus on is just one single candle. Imagine all you need to focus on is just one single candle, and with just one single candle you literally good to go. So with a single candle, we have different type of candle. We have the bullish, the bearish, the doji, the any candle you could think of, the marabuzo, the inverse hammer, anything. All these candles can be traded. Do you understand what I said? All these single candle can be traded. So this strategy only works on, we are going to be trading a candle range. It's a candle range theory which you will need to incorporate with the market structures which I've taught you in the previous video. I hope you understand me, guys, which I've taught you in the previous video. All you need, we are currently on the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, which means these all candles spent from Monday to Friday to form, whereby we have different type of market structure which has happened in between them. I hope you understand. This is a price action for last week. Today is Saturday. So this is a price action that happened for this Monday to Friday. This is a whole candle of the price action. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. And we are going to see some market structures being played out. As you can see, we can see some trace of this. You can see a downtrend. This is a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. What do we expect? We need to see a lower low because this market for previous week, the market was I even picked the 1 hour time frame. My bad. So I picked the 2 hour rather. So 1 hour is more clearer, I think. You can see the market structure, which means this was exactly what happened last week. Today Saturday, I will count that as last week because in the first market there is nothing like 247. We only have 245 in forex. So that's the week in forex trading. So for last week, we literally trended downward. If you could check the weekly time frame and check how the weekly candle closed, what do we see? The market closed bearish, which means there are more sellers than the buyers for this week. We can see last upper week, we can see how the buyers pushed the market. This is a whole price action that happened. So how can we time our entry with the help of the market structure? What you need to do is very simple and straight. Mark the high and low of the week. Let's not overcomplicate this. This is going to be the best strategy. Mark the high and low. What do you need to do now once you mark the high and low? We are going to be trading in between this range. So what do you need to know? How does the weekly candle close? That should be your first thing. It was bearish, so which means we'll be anticipating for more sales, but we are going to have the bullish side and the bearish side. We can use the 1 hour time frame. You don't need to go to 4 hour anything. You can go to 1 hour straight depending on the time you want to take your market structures. based on what we are seeing, on the 1 hour time frame. I use the 1 hour time frame sometimes, and I use the 4 hour time frame. If the 1 hour is not really clear, I will use the 4 hour. So right now, what do we see the market? What did the market did last? The market was sell according to what I taught you guys last week. We can see the market dropped. So this is a series of lower high, lower low, and lower high. If you watch the video which I've shared, and if you are to pick this based off market structures, all you need to focus on is this last levels. We have a level here. And then where is the other lower low? We mark the lower low as well. This is the lower low. And currently we've seen a retracement, which means we'll be selling this trade going into next week. We are expecting more sales. But if you are not sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. But if you are not too confident about this 1 hour, if you don't trust the 1 hour, because the 1 hour can be, there can be many fakes out, you understand? You can just cruise to the 4 hour time frame and check, are you at the right path? Checking the 1 hour, 4 hour time frame, you can see we are literally trending to the downside. So which means you'll be picking a trade right on this spot. Imagine you picking a sell, you sold. If this is 100% retracement, you have to break even. And in continuation, if you are to make a weekly forecast video, what I'll be waiting for is a break below here, pull back here, and then we look for sales. Exactly. Not that because this was the low, it's because it tally with the lower low. That was why I make it that way. I hope you understand, guys. And if you are going to be having, I told you guys, if you are going to be having a change in trend, is not until we see this kind of a thing. The market will pull back here, drop here, pull back. Then we can either pick trade on this tool. If you know how to catch reversal, this entry right here is more aggressive, but this one is the best. But if you want to be aggressive on your entry, you can actually pick this. I hope you understand. So let's check other pair. Let's check gold. I don't think I even have gold here. Okay, let's just pick this one. So gold. Okay, like I said, I don't think I have gold mark. So gold, what do we need to do? Mark the high and low. The high and the low. Imagine, let's check the one that happened last week. This was the one that happened last week. Let's say this was the high and low in anticipation to this week on this candle. This was last week. Let me pick this low so I will know where the market opened. You understand? So we go to the, let's use 4 hour. So let's use, we can see. Oh, sorry, my bad. This was the low. Let's use the 1 hour time frame. Seeing this on the 1 hour time frame, whereby we have a series of higher high, higher low. Where would we expect the market to pull back to? Is here. But unfortunately, we couldn't get the retracement, and the market was just rally up. And what would be the best thing to wait for is a retracement to this level. And right now, what do we see? We have a retracement. But right now, we see the market pulling up higher high. We will have caught it. I don't trade this kind of setup. You understand? But honestly, with this is more like head and shoulder. This will have been a break-even trade. And this one on the higher time frame, this one that looks well, the bigger picture, I will have sold right on this spot with the help of the market structure, guys. And right now, what do we see? Let's go into next week candle, which will be the one we are trading. How does this candle close? That should be your first thing. The candle is bullish. What do we need to do? We need to anticipate bullish. It can give us sales. But once you understand how the market structure works, you know when to sell and when to buy. But this one I'm saying, I'll be looking for buys because it's closed bullish. Even though it's halfway, there are many weeks. I'm still, based on the candle color, it's bullish. 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, what do we wait for? We wait on this level to push the upside. But checking truly well, what can we see again? We can see the market is trying to change. We can see an head and shoulder here. Not the best picture, but we can see this on the head. You understand? This is the left, the right shoulder. But let's go to the 1 hour time frame for a clearer picture. What do we see? We can see the market has changed in trend because what we have a very huge reversal pattern, which I talked about in my previous video. So what should we be expecting? We need to be expecting a sell right from this spot. We expect sell. We expect the market to drop. What are we anticipating for? We are waiting for a break of this. We are just waiting for a bearish candle, and then we sell. Oh, my bad. Why am I picking Jesus? So we wait for a bearish candle. Then this place will be our first. This will be our first TP, second TP. We can now extend it based off market structure. If the market still shows some sort of continuation in downward trend, it still shows some market structure points on the downside, we can still extend. Imagine this is almost 1 to 3, but this will be our first TP. With this one, you can predict many moves. Many moves. Let's check one more before we round up everything. Okay, I can see SZUSD. I think SZUSD. Yeah, SZD. I've checked this one as well for myself. SZUSD. Let's check from the weekly time frame. How does this candle close? How does the candle close? Bearish. What should we be expecting? Sell. I've marked the area already. Go to the 4 hour time. If you can decide to go to the 1 hour sharp, you understand, but we seeing the 4 hour, what do we see? The market has changed. We can see some lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We are expecting the market to pull back to this area of interest before we could pick a trade. We are expecting the market to come here. If it comes here, we look for sells right on this spot. Right on this spot, we look for sells. But unfortunately, we couldn't get a retracement to that level. So where do we anticipate for the coming week? If you have to trade it on the 4 hour time frame, it's either we see another pullback here and then we drop, or we see a break below. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So if we didn't get a retracement to this level, let's say the market just wants to keep dropping, what do we need to anticipate? A break, pullback, and then we sell. That's just all you need, guys. One candle is enough. Knowing one candle is enough to pay off everything. Literally everything. I'm dead serious, guys. Everything. One candle is enough. One candle is enough to do everything you need. So, guys, that's just that about that. So remember to try this strategy out and tell me how you feel about this strategy and the outcome of it. Peace out.